All right, guys. Yes, we're leaving Numidia, so we're rolling into Columbus National Trails Raceway. It's raining. Uh, there goes my sponsor, Anthony, MicroStrategies, and we're on our way. But I'm gonna have to stop for a couple of seconds because I got to close the gate. And yeah, it's supposed to rain most of the way, so that's gonna be a drag. My rig is filthy. Anthony rig is spotless, so I'm not worried. He's not happy, but that's the way it goes. I think we're the last ones out of here. So guys, it's Sunday, about 2 o'clock. We should get to National Trails about I don't know, seven-ish. Maybe I'll be late, about 8-ish. We got to stop for we got to stop. Okay, for fuel. I gotta close the gate, folks. All right, we're on our way. Nothing but corn around here. Lots of corn. So I guess our CBs aren't going to work. I don't know what's wrong with Anthony's, but who knows. So I'm just going to BS a little bit as we get up to Route 80. And what I'm going to talk about, I don't know. How was my weekend? Well, if any of you guys follow Class Racer, you know it was not that great. But whatever. You just deal with it. There's a lot worse things in life than, I get over stuff pretty quick. And Saturday went well. Saturday went smooth. They knocked the whole show out. That was cool. And I mean, I got knocked out first round. Just did a terrible job of driving. But I'm okay with that. I could deal with that. I've given up on my driving a long time ago. I mean, I don't like to throw races away, but it is what it is. If I do good, I do good. I got so much shit to do at the track that there's always something to do. So maybe we'll have better luck in Columbus. Yeah, this is tough for the big rigs to come out of this place. Yeah. So guys, let's talk about. Let's see. The last time I did when I was following Kent, and where were we going to? We were going to Charlotte. No, we were going to Bristol. So I was following Ken Hanley, and now I'm following Anthony Bongiovanni, MicroStrategies, my sponsor. And I don't know if I've ever asked this question going down the highway, and maybe you guys can make a comment. Do you guys rather go alone, or you rather follow somebody? I like to go by myself, or I don't mind if the guy's way ahead of me or way behind me, but just to follow, because I like to put. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna see if the CB works. I can hear you. It's still a little staticky, but I can hear you. Nope, you can't hear me. It could be my mic, guys. Could be my mic. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of following. I like to put the cruise on and kind of go my pace. And when you're following somebody, you gotta, they go faster, they go slow. People cut in front of you. It's just a pain. I just like to ride by myself. So, and then somebody else asked me in the comment section. I don't know if it was the last video, and they asked me if I ride alone or I have a partner or I have a crew. I strictly solo, always solo. Out of the 40 years I've been going racing, well, I wouldn't say that. Early on, I used to ride by myself. My brother would meet me, but I'd say 80% of my career, especially the last part of it, not much of a career, I'm solo, and that's what I kind of like, to be solo. Very rare that I'll have somebody with me, unless I'm towing somebody else's rig, like I've done for a couple of guys. But I'm always by myself, which is fine. I'm okay with that. You get used to it. just listened to the radio, and then another guy asked me what my snack was, and that was pecans. I love pecans, and they're just a nice snack. And because you know, when you're driving and you're doing, if it's an 8-hour run, or I don't like to stop. I like to roll as long as I can, as long as the fuel holds out. So I just like to roll, and so I just want to snack on something, you know, a drink and some nuts or something like that. Yeah. So now we're leaving the track. I mean, you guys see me rolling into the track, and like I said, this place gets a real bad rap. This is the road you take out of the track. You go to 80, whether you're going, or you can take 11, but you go to 80. Most of the guys go to 80 if they're going to north, or they're going south, or the northeast. And you're on the major roads, and it's not a bad. It just gets a terrible rap. This track is no worse than any other tracks I've been to. You know, if I want to compare it to Maple Grove, it's just as far off the highway as Maple Grove as Numidia is. You know, so it's just a good track. You know, they treat you so well. You know, I'm able to get in and out of the track. All the staff left, no problem. Just lock the gate, and you're good to go. You can't get any user-friendly. The Dominos are the best. So. And yeah, so I'll probably put the camera back on, you know, when we maybe on the highway down the road if I think of something interesting to say. I just wanted to start the video by rolling out of Numidia and rolling into Columbus. So guys, I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back, and we're just coming up to a fuel stop. We're just getting over to, let's see, 10 miles, and we'll be crossing into Ohio, and going to do a fuel stop, and then it'll be like another 170 miles, I think, to the track. And I'm trying to think of something to say. The trip has been absolutely. I know you guys are probably more into seeing me get cut off. Well, you don't want to see me, but me with the expletives and you know, whatever. Just but it's been smooth. We hit rain for about 2 hours. And then it's kind of like this, and 80's been great, no traffic, no construction, the road's been smooth, just really, really nice ride, just making it. I think I remember this like this from like last year was the same. I forget how 77 is going to be, but it was just an absolutely just a pleasure ride, and I'm stuck behind. So that's pretty. The timing of the camera is excellent. I'm glad I turned it on. I don't know if there's somebody in front of him, but this guy is going 46 miles an hour. Oh, it's not his fault. It's a truck that couldn't make it up the hill. Sorry. I'm sure you would have gone the speed limit at least, or at least 65. Not your fault, bud. So this truck could barely make it up the hill, which is not much of a hill. But that's all right. I had Anthony behind me, so he let me in. This guy must be hurting because it's really not that much of a hill, or unless he's just loaded. Anyway, so let's get back to it. We got what 5 miles before I got to get off and fuel up. And a lot of you guys that are watching this, and I really appreciate you guys like this. I didn't think this would be anything. I thought everybody wanted to see race cars, but we all go through this going down the road, so we all know what it's like. We just don't all have the option to do the videos, and this is the life of a racer on the road, of a sportsman racer on the road. No money, even when you win. You could win 5 races out of the year, mix of nationals and division, and still not pay for your equipment, the abuse of the equipment, your payments on your motor homes, whatever. If you have, you're never going to recoup it unless you have a sponsor. You know, it's just not going to happen. And to win 5 races, that's a pretty tall order, you know. Granted, the guys that are in the top 10 in points, even them guys, you have to be 1, 2, or 3 to win at least 2 or 3, and then just go, you know, rounds, and you know, you can go 5 rounds a lot and get a lot of points, but you ain't getting any money, and so you got to win. So it's tough, and there's only one winner in each class at the end of the year. So yeah, okay. We're in Ohio, nice. And yeah, so we all know we got expensive equipment. We got just
welcome to Ohio.
Welcome to Ohio. We just got expensive equipment. There's no money in this, and we do it anyway. And as I was parking everybody, and I'm looking at everybody come in, and I'm just looking at all these rigs that some of these rigs and operations these guys are just more money than your average home. And for a lousy $2,000 at a division race, if you're lucky, I don't get it. I don't get why we do this. You know, we're sick.
In 2 miles, take exit 234 for US 62, Ohio 7 toward Hubbard.
Okay, got to slow down. Sorry, Anthony. Yeah, and why do we do it, folks? Maybe you guys can make a comment on that. I know a lot of guys that come up to me at the races and, you know, compliment me on the video. They get a kick out of the video. They don't really make comments, but I'd love to hear some of the, you know, other guys' comments and stuff like that. You know, maybe people that don't race or don't have this equipment, they can see what we go through. But this is the life of a racer on the road. You know, it's just been absolutely beautiful. Even with the rain, the road's been just so nice. No construction, not bouncing all over the place. It's not windy, so it's not moving me around, even with the big rigs. So it's good. And when you got a good, that's like half the battle when you go to the races. Is if you have a nice smooth run, everything goes, you don't get any blowouts, nothing breaks down. It's half the battle. The next part of the battle, it just seems like getting to the races is half the battle. Trying to find a good spot is half the battle. It's, oh my God, I don't know. I keep saying this. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? But there's got to be a reason. Maybe you guys can also throw that in your opinion. Oh, here we go. All right, 234. We're getting off here.
In half a mile, take exit 234 for US 62, Ohio 7 toward Hubbard. In a quarter mile, keep right at the fork. Follow signs for US 62, Ohio 7.
We can lower that. Yeah, and like I said, you guys go through all this, and when we get to, I mean, I guess most of you guys have to do the same. We usually pull into the truck area to fill up, and depending on the time of day and the day, it can be
right at the fork.
It can be a little. This guy, he hasn't used his blinker. He's not sure which way he's going, and yeah. So sometimes it gets crowded. You got to sit and wait, but it is what it is. But yes, the life of a racer.
In half a mile, turn right onto Franklin Avenue.
The life of the racer and his rig. Yeah, this guy hasn't used his blinker yet. I guess he doesn't need to. He's just an over-the-road trucker. It's service lane. What the heck is this thing? Wow. All right, guys, we shall return. We'll be back when we get close. All right, be back. All right, guys, I'm back, and yeah, it's nighttime. Let's see, 20 after 9, and we're about 3 miles from the track. I like Columbus because it's right off the Route 70, and there's fuel here. Not that we got fuel earlier, but we're good on fuel. And the gates closed at 5 today. They were open Sunday to let us in, which is really cool, but we couldn't get here. The weather is nice. It's clear. It's 70 degrees out, and yeah. Yeah, we'll do the videos of you know, in the lanes with stock, in the lanes with super stock. I'll ride through the pits. I didn't get a chance to do that.
Continue on Ohio 37 west for 1 mile.
See, Anthony's behind me. I didn't get a chance to do that at Numidia, so hopefully I'll be able to ride through the pits. There's a lot of days. Hopefully the weather's good. Nothing happening tomorrow. Well, Monday, but nothing happening Tuesday. Class on. That's just good to know. Maybe I'll do this before I go home. Yeah. So class is. I can't drive and talk at the same time, guys. So yeah. So class is on Wednesday. I guess we get one shot. I think we go right into class. I don't know. I think that's what it is. And hopefully the weather will hold out. But so we're rolling in. It's dark. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. I won't know until editing. Yeah, all right, guys. So I guess that's about it. We'll finish up the editing tomorrow. So I'll post this tomorrow on a Monday, so you guys have something to look at. And then you know, I'll ride through the pits if there's something out. Oh, there must be a stacking area. Oh yeah, it has to be. They can't be open. Nobody here. Oh, there's a gentleman out here, and he'll tell us where to go. Nice. It's going very good. Nothing makes me happier than just people that are polite and friendly. And he's got a thankless job because he's probably getting minimum wage and he's going to be here all freaking night. But yeah, let's pull up there. So we must be the only ones. They must have let everybody in already. And all right, that's it, guys. We'll have part two. Well, it's all going to be one video, so it's going to be real quick. We're going to be in, but I got nobody online, so we'll be in, we'll be set, and we'll finish the video up, and that's it. Yeah. So we'll be back, guys. All right, guys. Yeah. So the gate just opened. It's 9 o'clock Monday morning. So we just missed it last night by 20 minutes getting in, but not a big deal. It's all good. So we'll just get parked. It's gonna won't probably take too long. Hello. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, trying to figure out what parking and stuff like that. Not sure we know where we're parking, but I'm not sure where Anthony wants to park. So I don't know if I'm going to be on the end or in the middle. Okay, we're going to make a decision. We're just going to put it next to him. He can have the end spot. And that'll be it. And all right, guys, I'll be I'm not even know why I'm yelling. I'm going to put this whole video together, the rolling into, and hope you enjoy it. And we'll be back. We're doing the rest of the media work. I'll have photos, and I'll be through the pits in the staging lanes with stock and super stock and all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll be back.